Welcome to In Case You Missed It. Today's episode takes us deep inside the walls of Kgosi Mampuru prison, where the man of the hour, Vusi Matlala, stepped into the Ad Hoc Committee hearing with the confidence of someone who's been there before. And as always, he was dressed in expensive clothing that practically screamed main character energy. This appearance gave us revelations, contradictions, and a web of connections that just keeps getting stranger. Let's break it down. Matlala opened up about his childhood. I think he was asked by Julius Malema to just give a background. He says he was born and raised in Mamelodi East. His mother, an albino woman who had been raped, abandoned him because she could not cope with the trauma. That left him to grow up on the streets. His highest qualification is matric. From there, he started hustling through informal buying and selling. This story reminds me of a Thabo Bester's story. You will remember that Thabo's mother was also raped, Thabo being the product of that rape. His mother also did not raise him. Thabo, similarly to Matlala, was raised by the streets. They both found success somehow through all of that and appear for their court cases in designer clothing and are now neighbors at Kgosi Mampuru prison. Matlala admitted to a long rap sheet, which includes housebreaking, possession of stolen goods, attempted murder, assault, illegal firearms, amongst many others. Most of these charges were dropped. His only conviction, according to him, is possession of stolen goods. For years now, Claudette Masete was rumored to be Matlala's girlfriend, but no. In the committee, Kat revealed that she is actually his sister. Suddenly, her close bond with his wife Tsakani makes sense now. Both women attend all of his court dates, and the wife was also present at the ad hoc hearing. Matlala resigned as director of Tshwane Medicare24 due to his legal challenges, but according to him, Claudette is only the face of the business. He claims he still runs and controls everything behind the scenes. He told the committee that he has 9 children with several baby mamas. He also confirmed that he is divorced from Cordelia Kabeng. You'll remember Cordelia Kabeng is the lady who referred to herself as Mama Cat on social media. And Vusi Matlala now denied being involved in the blue light convoy that Cordelia once posted on her Instagram page. He says he owns a security company with school contracts and a VIP protection business with only one client, just one client, who is the late taxi boss Jothana Mswazi Msibi. Msibi is known to be linked to Katiso Molefe. Actually, Kat Matlala confirmed that he has met Katiso through Swazi. Kat denied that the voices on the recording that was played at the Matlanga Commission by the PKTT members was his voice. He denied ever giving money to Sibiya, as was alleged in the tape, and he also denied knowing Senzo Mkhwanazi. But then he dropped new allegations naming Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, Dumisani Khumalo, and Bheki Cele. According to Vusi Matlala, SAPS delayed his payments for his 360 million rand contract. His house was then raided in December. Then that led him to go to Bheki Cele seeking for help. He claims that Bheki Cele connected him to Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who agreed to assist only if Matlala convinced a man known as Nengi to withdraw torture charges against Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi and his team. He also claimed that Bheki Cele arranged for Dumisani Khumalo to release his firearms that were taken from him during the December house and business raids. Matlala says he paid Cele 500,000 rands after his assistance, allegedly. In his words, he is now caught up in a Zulu war between two rival sides, one side being that of Cele, Mkhwanazi and Khumalo versus Sibiya and Senzo Mchunu. These are all what Kgosi Matlala alleged during the hearing. Vusi Matlala also spoke emotionally about his friend Jerry Bushokga, whom he described as a younger brother. He also admitted that Jerry was a drug dealer. He said Jerry was kidnapped the day he went to pick up a 20-liter bucket of drug manufacturing chemicals, allegedly. Vusi also claims that the family opposed him telling the police the truth. Interestingly, the very recording he denies being part of also mentions Jerry's drug activities. So I thought that was a coincidence. Vusi also says he's facing attempted murder charges of Tebogo Tobejane because he couldn't get Nengi to drop charges against Mkhwanazi, and also he stopped answering Bheki Cele's calls, and he still owed Bheki Cele an additional 500,000 rands. Again, these are his statements, not verified by investigators at this point. Several male committee members were unusually friendly, calling him grootman and shaking his hand after his hearing, but others, including James Salz and Breitenbach, didn't hold back. They told him straight that he is not a businessman, but a liar and a criminal who destroys lives. Kgosi Matlala's appearance raised more questions than answers. Was he being honest? Was he dodging, or is he caught in something bigger than he ever expected? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and stay tuned for more updates as the story unfolds. Next, you can view some of the snippets that I took from the Ad Hoc Committee as the members addressed Vusi Matlala.
So I've only got 5 minutes left, so I'm going to wrap up. In my view, Mr. Matlala, you're not a businessman. You're a crook.
I am.
You're a thief, you're a fraud, and you're corrupt. And the problem in this country today is that people like yourself clothe yourself in the respectability of calling yourself a businessman when you are nothing but a dishonest thug. You make an illicit fortune by stealing from the poorest of the poor. It's people like you and your associates that have robbed generations of South African children of their futures. Shame on you, sir.
In informal trading. Yes, I will say before even high school, my mother disappeared on me, and then I had to raise myself. I was actually a street kid. So I grew up in the street for a very long time. So I just realized after when I grew up that my mother passed away, but she was an albino. And I heard later that she was raped because there was this myth that if you can rape an albino and then you can get cured for whatever. And then that thing traumatized her a lot that she disappeared. And
now, you spoke earlier about how you felt, the pain, the hurt of having lost your mom, the hurt that you felt, and how you had to grow up. I want to put it to you that the gentleman that's the director and those RFQs that you're receiving in that way, Babita was shot 12 times in front of a yard. You see that feeling that you had, or maybe still have? She has a 12-year-old daughter who's now going through exactly the same thing. How does that make you feel?
You mean for someone losing her mother.
She lost her mother.
Yes, that's a very
because of the kind of way this business contracts was done at Tembisa, and her mother exposed it. And she was shot. Now that's evil.
Yes, I agree.
And do you know why that evil took place? You might not have been there that day, but that evil took place, that her mother exposed, because all those people, including what you participated and received benefit from, was due, the root of that was the love of money. That evil, the root of it is the love of money. Mr. Matlala, I respect all faiths, even yours. And one thing I know, Allah Akbar, God is great. And I tell you today as I close, God has entered the ring. God has entered the ring to fight this evil in our country. All of you are going to lose. You see what you see here? It's not just personal vendettas. It's God entering the ring. You know, scripture speaks of the number 12. And you see my colleagues making fun of it. But I put it to you. That child is 12 years old. Was 12 years old at the time. She was shot with 12 bullets. The number 12 speaks of a new governmental order. Babita, her blood is speaking from the ground. There's a new governmental order coming. And all these whistleblowers that are being victimized, they are going to win. And those involved in evil is going to lose.